So you think or you know you are in perimenopause. But what now? The place to start is right here, your nutrition. In this video, you will learn what you need to eat and why, what foods you should avoid, and how to make smart swaps with minimal effort. Menopause nutrition can feel like a minefield. Eat this, don't eat that. Whole foods, clean foods, intermittent fasting. It's a lot to take in, but it doesn't need to be complicated. We've simplified the bits you need to know and prioritize them. You'll see the key thing is to eat a varied, balanced diet with protein, fiber, and vitamins. Start wherever you're at and take small steps that build into good habits. Let's get started with the first step, which is increasing your protein. As we age, we lose muscle mass. The hormone estrogen plays a role in muscle building, and as levels fluctuate during menopause, this decline can be accelerated. Protein serves as a building block for muscle tissue. Prioritize protein-rich foods like lean meats, fish, eggs, legumes, and nuts. Aim for 30 grams of protein at every meal. Now you know that you need 30 grams of protein at every meal, you may be thinking, how can I get that much on my plate for every meal I eat? Cue smart swaps. Instead of having traditional carbs on the side like rice, pasta, or potatoes, opt for filling protein sources such as lentils, nuts, quinoa, or chickpeas. To make this easy, you can try adding nuts to your yogurt at breakfast, cooking chickpeas in stews, or buying the packets of ready-to-eat lentils or quinoa instead of ready-to-eat rice. Fiber can help with bloating, constipation, low mood, weight gain, cravings, appetite control, and blood sugar regulation. Plenty of fiber supports your gut health, and that is closely linked to your overall health. Fiber is found in plant-based foods that include lentils, beans, vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and nuts. You should aim for around 20 grams of fiber a day. Declining estrogen has a huge impact on bone health. Calcium is crucial during menopause for maintaining bone density and reducing the risk of osteoporosis. Just as protein is the building block for the muscles, calcium is the building block for the bones. Calcium can be found in dairy products, green leafy vegetables, and seafood. You should be aiming for 1,000 milligrams per day. If that seems like a lot, don't worry. We have given you ideas of how to reach these goals in the Nutrition Guide PDF. Menopause can be linked to increased low-grade inflammation, which may contribute to some symptoms like joint pain and stiffness. Omega-3s have well-established anti-inflammatory properties. It's recommended that you aim for 1,000 milligrams of omega-3s a day. So, how to make sure you get enough? If, for example, you eat a fatty fish like salmon that's high in omega-3s 2 to 3 times a week, you'd be on the right track. You may have heard the phrase, eat the rainbow, but you may not know why you should, or how each color of the rainbow can benefit you. Let's break it down. Different colored fruits and vegetables provide a diverse range of vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. Each color group offers unique health benefits. By incorporating a variety of colors, you're more likely to get the full spectrum of essential nutrients your body needs to function optimally. Red foods like tomatoes, strawberries, and red peppers are rich in lycopene, which promotes heart health and may reduce cancer risk. Orange and yellow foods like carrots, sweet potatoes, oranges, and mangoes are an excellent source of beta-carotene, which converts to vitamin A for healthy vision and skin. Green foods such as broccoli, spinach, and kale are high in vitamins C and K, important for bone health and immune function. Blue and purple foods like blueberries, blackberries, and aubergine contain polyphenols, called anthocyanins, which are antioxidants that may improve brain function and reduce inflammation. White and brown foods such as potatoes, cauliflower and bananas provide essential fiber for digestion and gut health. Aim for 30 different types of plants over the course of a week to keep your gut microbiome really happy. This can include vegetables, fruit, nuts, pulses, and grains. Sugar is not your friend during menopause. Research shows symptoms are more pronounced for those with high glucose or high insulin levels. Sugar also causes inflammation that affects your gut bacteria and overall health. But don't worry if you have a sweet tooth. There are some natural sweeteners that you can opt for instead. Not only does it add a delicious warmth, but cinnamon has potential benefits like regulating blood sugar and reducing cravings. Sprinkle it on yogurt, oats, or fruit. Pure vanilla extract adds a subtle sweetness without added sugar. Use it in yogurt, oats, or homemade dressings. These naturally sweet fruits are packed with nutrients and fiber. Enjoy a small handful of dates chopped over yogurt or muesli. And finally, fruit. Nature's candy. Opt for fresh or frozen berries, sliced apples, or pears. We all know we should drink 8 glasses of water daily, but it really is essential during menopause. Hydration supports various bodily functions, including nutrient absorption, waste removal, and temperature regulation. You should aim to drink about 2 liters of water each day. Consuming caffeine is not advised for menopausal women. It exacerbates hot flashes and night sweats that occur due to the constriction or dilation of blood vessels. Caffeine can also interfere with sleep, and high consumption can increase the risk of osteoporosis. It's a good idea to cut down as much as you can if you can't cut it out completely. Try alternatives like herbal teas, hot water with fresh lemon or mint, raw cacao, or rooibos tea. Whole foods are packed full of nutrients, satiate your hunger, and are good for your gut microbiome. Processed foods are not. It makes sense to try and reduce the amount of processed food in our diet. Some processed foods are obvious: sweets, biscuits, crisps, and pastries. Others are not so obvious. Some breads, cereals, tinned fruits, and some cheeses. We can often tell if something has been ultra-processed by how many ingredients are on the packet. As a general rule, 1 to 3 ingredients, it's normally unprocessed or minimally processed. 4 to 10 ingredients, it's processed, but not necessarily terrible. 10 or more ingredients, it's ultra-processed and should be avoided. Start off by aiming to just reduce your processed food intake. As you begin to get used to your new eating habits, keep going and making further incremental changes. By now, you should have seen that menopause nutrition doesn't need to be complicated. If you're standing in a shop or supermarket feeling overwhelmed by choice, or trying to resist buying comfort food, ask yourself, will this nourish my body? Will this make me feel healthy and strong? Those little conversations in your head can help you make better choices for your body and mind. And remember that a little of what you fancy is good for you, just not too much. Enjoy a little treat here and there and don't allow yourself to feel guilt or shame around it. Everything in moderation, and just take this step by step.